Today's quick lesson is charts and indicators. This is what my typical chart looks like. I usually use 2 to 3 different charts. They all look the same. It's just a different time frame. But I personally don't use time frames. I use ticks. As you can see here, it says 610 tick. I call this my 610 tick chart. And basically all it is if you look right here on a bar, inside this one bar, there was 610 transactions done for the ES Mini. This is the ES Mini. I follow it's the S&P 500 Index Futures, and that's what it's called, the ES Mini. So basically all it is each bar is 610 ticks. I also use a larger time frame, but again, it's still in ticks. It's 1597 tick chart, which is 2.5 times more of this. Basically, it just gives me a little bit more of a macro view. So this is what my chart looks like. Each box is a point, which is $50 in the futures market, and it is split into 4 ticks, which is different than these ticks. I know in the futures market it's a little bit crazy. You have the ticks that are 4 ticks in a point, which equals $50, and then you have the tick bars, which is transactions per bar. They're called the exact same word, but they have totally different meanings. So this right here is 1 point, and it's split into 4 ticks. This is how I would be calculating my entries, exits, and how much money I have made or lost during the day. So that's why I have this grid split up into point grid. It's just easier for me to see because I am a scalper. I only go for smaller profits, which is about 1 point. So here are my 2 indicators. I personally only use 3 indicators in total. I use the EMA right here, EMA lines. I have both of the lines for both charts, and also the MACDs, which is right here. This is the movement. When you look at this line right here, the 0 line, anything that is above it shows the strength if it is a buyer's market, if the market is going higher. And if you look below it, it shows the strength if it is going to the downside, if it is going short, a seller's market. All it shows me is the strength of entry. For instance, right here, this is a pretty strong entry move going up. So this shows me that it's a strong buyer's market. Those are the 3 main, the third indicator itself is the actual tick bars, because the majority of the people will use time charts, either 1 minute, 5 minute, daily, weekly. So using a tick counter is actually considered more of an indicator rather than the time frame of the market. So those are my 3 main indicators that I work with. Shows the strength, and then also you can start to read the tick bars as well for an indication of where it's going to be going. If it's closing strong at the end of each one, that means that's the strength that it's giving at that moment, and you need to see how it's going to continue. When it's closing like this in the middle, that's kind of an indecision moment, like right here, you're not sure where it's going to go, so it's better to sit it out, and then it actually goes down afterwards. So you don't need a lot of indicators. You can make it as simple as possible to understand where the market is going. You don't need flashing lights. You don't need a lot of other things. The easier, the better.